Hey you guys, it's me Bossy and I'm here with video number 3 today, I believe. But this video is one I couldn't wait to do. This is going to be a story time video. This is my second one that I'll be doing on my channel. And a lot of you guys seem to have liked my first story time. So this time I decided to give a more juicier story. Now all of my story times are actual true stories, and some people's names I will not actually say. I might switch it with a different name. But yeah, because you know, I don't know who watches my videos, but I know some of y'all out there that watch them that y'all know who the story's gonna be about. So let's get into this story. The story starts off when I was a junior in high school. So I had a boyfriend and prom was coming up. Now my boyfriend did not go to my school any longer. He used to go there but got kicked out. Yeah, one of them. But anyway, my boyfriend didn't go to my school anymore. So of course I knew prom was coming up, so I had asked him if he would go to prom with me, and because you know I wanted to go to prom. This was the first time I actually went to prom and I was excited. So he kept coming up with excuses. He's like,
no, I don't have no money to go to prom. I don't have no money to buy you know, a tux or a suit or anything like that. And you know, I don't, maybe we can go when we in the 12th grade, because you know I just really don't want to go because you know I don't have the money to do right now what I want to do for prom, because I gotta look all right.
Let me tell y'all, his mother told him that if he wanted to go to prom and to take me to prom, she would help him. She would get his tux. She would help him get a car to drive me around, because his car wasn't the best car. And she would just help him do whatever he needed to go to prom. Shoes, all that, haircut, everything. So we can go to prom. I was good on my end, but he just kept coming up with every excuse. So at that point, I was like, you know what? It's all good. I wasn't really tripping. I just ended up going with a couple of my homegirls, and we had a ball. So 12th grade year, I did not go. Now we're going to roll around to the age of 19. 19, I had my first child. And I was still with my boyfriend, which was the baby's father. Anyway, my daughter had, I think she was about 3 or 4 months old, and we had planned to be taking pictures in the upcoming weeks. So you know, I was the mom that was trying to go find matching outfits for everybody, for us to be matching and everything like that, because we were going to take our first family picture. I noticed every time, you know, up to come into the upcoming weeks to take our pictures, because our pictures were scheduled for a Saturday, that he always couldn't, he was always busy. So like I'd say, let's go find you something to wear so we can match or whatever, and he's like, oh well, I have to go take my sister here to get this, or my mother wants me to do this, and all of this junk. So it was just a constant thing all of the time. So one day his mom, she called and she wanted me to bring my daughter over because she wanted to see her granddaughter. So you know, I go over to his mom's house, and a few of his other family members are there. We're just talking and laughing, and then another family member comes in, one of his cousins comes in, and she was like, hey, how you doing? That's my name. How you doing? This is that. I'm just gonna call my boyfriend Bob. She was like, where's Bob? Where's Bob? Is he still trying to get his tux and stuff? Two of his sisters and his mother looked at me as soon as she said that. And the cousin, I don't know if she just wasn't thinking straight, or she just did not know that I did not know. You know, they like, what are you talking about? She was like, did he get his tux for prom yet? I seen him, and he was supposed to be getting a tux to go to the prom. I said, what? Who's going to prom? And you know, his grandmother was there as well, and she tried to cover it up so much. You know, you got that grandparent. Some have that grandparent that will lie for their grandson, like till the wheels fall off. That was his grandmother. She was like, oh no, he's just taking one of his friend's little sisters to prom. So I said, so he's going to prom with somebody, and they kept trying to say, oh, Basima, it's not a big deal. So anyway, it's time for prom. Prom rolls around. So the day that he's getting ready for prom, oh, he's oh so busy. He has to go get his hair cut. Stuff that you were supposed to do with me for my prom. No, he has to go get his hair cut. He has to go get his tugs. He has to get the, what you call it, the corsage for the little girl that he was supposed to be taking to prom. He has to get all of this stuff, make sure he, you know, all of this stuff that he didn't do for me and I was his girlfriend, he had to do for this younger girl. So anyway, I'm at the house the day of prom. Why? I just had to see for myself. So I'm there with my daughter, of course. I just tried to use her as an excuse to make sure I was there. And so he's getting all ready, and of course I'm sitting in the family room with an attitude out of this world, but I'm trying to be cool and just play with my daughter and be calm. So anyway, the doorbell rings, and all these, I looked out the family room window and all these other cars came up. I don't know, I guess it was her family or whatever. So they get out the car, and you know, she's in her yellow prom dress or gold or whatever color it was, and you know, she's all done up, and I'm looking like, how old is this chick? Because yeah, prom, you're in the what, 11th and 12th grade, but how they made it sound like I didn't picture her to look what she looked like. This girl had a shape out of this world. Her dress was very revealing, and I mean, them heels was on a good 6 inches. So I'm really pissed at this time. I'm trying to hold back tears. They leave looking like a happy couple. You know, I'm in the house trying to be respectful because I was at someone else's house. I had my daughter that was still in her months, so I'm not about to be popping off with my child. That's one thing I didn't do. When I tell you I was shaking, my blood was boiling. Oh my God, I couldn't think straight. My heart was beating so fast because it just did not feel right. I'm calling him and calling him because he tells me up and down before he left to go to prom, because you know he's trying to be out in my face and,
Hey, you gonna be okay as soon as it's over?
because oh yeah, because he took her out to eat. Then they were going to prom, but he wasn't doing nothing after prom. He was gonna come back home and call me when he got back home, and he was just, you know, he was coming back home. So I'm calling him, you know, prom is over about 12. I'm calling him and calling him, and he's not answering the phone. It's like he's going straight to voicemail. It'll ring once and then go straight to voicemail. He's not answering the phone. And so, you know, I'm getting, at this point, I'm getting on crazy status. Like, I'm calling and messaging him, nothing. So then eventually, I guess I fall asleep. So the next day I call him, you know, he doesn't answer. He calls me back around 12 in the afternoon. Like, hey,
What's up, baby? Blah, blah, blah.
it was just silence from me on the other end. I was like, where you at? I'm about to come to wherever you at.
He's like, oh,
Home. I was like, okay, well, I'm on my way. So I get over there, and he just got the goofiest looking dumb look on his face. I was like, so how was prom?
he's like, oh, it was cool.
It's like, why didn't you answer the phone last night? I called you once. I assumed prom was over. He was,
Oh, my phone died.
I said, so you came back home? He was like, yeah, I came.
Came back home, man. I came home and I fell straight to sleep.
For one, he had charged his phone all that day, so his phone shouldn't have been dead. It wasn't his school prom, so I doubt he would have been pulling out his phone, taking pics and doing all this extra stuff. And it couldn't have died because I was blowing you up, and it just would ring once and go straight to voicemail. So your phone should still have been good. You could have been able to call me. So anyway, you know, we have our little back and forth spat, but me being a dumb, young, naive, gullible girlfriend, I let it slide. I'm just like, okay, yeah, she was cute. She was real cute. And you know, he took her to prom or whatever. Then comes prom pictures. But one day she comes to the house. I'm not there, but she brings the prom pictures. So they were having like a Sunday dinner, and I went over there with my daughter, of course. When I go there, on the mantle in the living room, there is a huge picture of him and the girl hugged up like a happy couple at prom. I mean, displayed for the world to see. Y'all, when I tell you I felt sick to my stomach, oh, I felt sick to my stomach. So a lot of his family was there. I tried my hardest not to stay in that room and just, you know, go in other rooms of the house, because every time I looked at it, thoughts was going in my head. Like, it was so bad. That picture stayed up there for the longest. Later on, the picture was gone because I tore it to shreds, because I came to find out that that was really his other girlfriend, and he had planned to go to prom with her all along, and he didn't come home that night like he said. So it was all a lie. He was playing with me and her the whole time. So you guys, that was the time that my boyfriend, which he's not my boyfriend anymore, but that was the time that my boyfriend went to prom with someone else. Moral of the story is, ladies, if your man says he don't want to go to prom with you, but someone's willing to help him, or you know he has the resources to be able to go to prom with you, and you guys are seriously a couple, and he insists that he can't go, or he just doesn't want to go, leave him. Leave him. Because in the end, he's either sneaking around, he's really not that into you, or he's just a plum fool. So yeah, you guys, I just wanted to share that quick, well, I don't know if it was really quick, but I just wanted to share the time that my guy at the time went to prom with someone else. But you couldn't go to prom with me. It's cool. It's cool. So yeah, you guys, if y'all want to hear any more parts of connecting stories to this one that I just told, leave it in the comments below and let me know, and I will let y'all know another interesting story that has to do with that same individual, Bob, that we talked about in this story time today. And so leave any comments below. Make sure to like and of course subscribe if you aren't subscribed already. So yeah, you guys, I will see you in my next video. Bye, loves. Like that one?
This one?
Yeah. Okay, come on.
Y'all should know what kind of